raccoons adopted one of my pets.
Okay, what was the pet?
A cat.
Where were you where there were raccoons and cats interacting?
I was living in the lower mainland, and my cat wanted to be an outdoor cat. He started making friends in the neighborhood. He got into one little fight. I got scared. So I said, "You're moving inside."
The raccoons of Bel Air?
So he wasn't really adopted so much as he became a member of a raccoon street gang.
Yeah.
He was initiated.
And I wasn't fully for sure convinced until I saw a raccoon in his house with him, and they were chilling in their cat house.
Oh.
I was like, "You gotta go." And Token was kind of like a teenager. It's like, "Oh, you're embarrassing me. I can't." And then he went with the raccoon.
He never became yours again? He just took off and was like, "Screw you, Ma. This is my family now."
I'm joining the raccoon circus. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
This sounds more like maybe a dream of yours.
I don't know if we joined a raccoon circus, but you coulda.
Would've. You would've. I'm talking about you would like to join a raccoon circus.
Yeah, I would.
Did the adoption last? Did the cat ever decide to join his other interspecies family?
It probably would have lasted. We moved. We came back every few days trying to collect him. He wouldn't move with us.
And every time he would just be hanging out with his raccoon friends and flip you the bird and then just take off.
He did this weird kinky thing with his tail where it goes, "Meep." I'm pretty sure that was the bird.
Did they give him a mask? That would have been pretty cute if he was wearing a little black mask and then gave his little tail. "Fuck you, Ma."
Did he look like a raccoon? Did he have black circles around his eyes? I can't see raccoons being cool with a cat.
His name was Token. I think we all know what color he was.
He played bass.
He was a big cat too. He was almost a 20-pound cat.
You'd have to be if you're going to roll with raccoons. You wouldn't.
That's nothing. That's nothing. Have you seen my stig? Have you seen my stig?
It's got to be bigger than that.
Nothing.
Tara, did Alex have a pet adopted by raccoons?
No. I'm going to say it's a lie.
Jeremy, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm going to go with a yes. I'm going to say this happened.
All right. Earl, what do you think? Was one of Alex's pets adopted by raccoons?
Well, I don't know her very well, but from what I do know, I would believe it.
Yeah.
Anyone else, I would be like, no, that's bullshit.
This is fair.
All right, Alex, what's the truth? Was your cat abducted and or adopted by raccoons?
Well, it's positively true.
Oh, wow. There you go. There you go.
There we go. One of Alex's pets was adopted by a family of raccoons.
Did you get him back? Did he?
Yeah, so it didn't go well. Can you now start playing the SPCA theme song? Because it's a real movie.
Oh, no.
Yeah, when we finally got him home to our new house in another town, he went berserk and he would spray because he went feral. He kind of went essentially feral.
Yeah.
So we ended up having to take him to a cat farm. What is that? There he is, right there.
Cat farm at literally some sort of refuge or to a farm upstate.
Yeah. Where they took old people.
My husband, when he was young, had rats as pets. I think they're called fancy rats, and they're apparently wonderful pets. So there's talk of bringing a rat into our house, mostly for the gram. But
oh my Lord!
Have you met my skinny pig? Oh, he makes an appearance sometimes, but it's for the gram. I mean, I don't have a gram, but if I did, it would be for the gram.
Do you have a pig, really?
No, he's a skinny pig. But he's like a rat. We call him the kitchen rat because he lives in the kitchen.
Oh my God, I love that.
What are you talking about?
She has a hairless guinea pig.
Skinny pig.
Pig.
I thought it was a type of pig that was skinny. No. I was like, if you could feed it more.
pretty easy to make a pig fat, I think.
There's a whole show on Netflix, I think, right now about like strange couplings of animals.
I will say it's very early on in this show for there to have been reference to so many hairless rodents.
Well, at least we're not like keistering them yet.
Yes.
We're not even talking about the ones that go in our pants.
Raccoon runaway turned out to be true. So everyone's on the board except Tara. We'll keep the animal theme going with our next segment, where we find out if Jeremy's jealousy kept him from getting an agent for his photogenic dog. Till then, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me.
I didn't get my dog an agent because I'm worried he'll get more work than me.
What kind of dog do you have?
Well, I have a couple dogs. Pomeranian Maltese, and he's like a little teddy bear. And then me and my husband have a Shar-Pei Beagle. She's got all those wrinkles, and she's just the sweetest thing in the world. Both incredibly photogenic, beautiful, movie star quality pets.
And what do you expect them to do in their careers that would outshine you? Like modeling commercials?
Yes, and acting, and like they're probably better on the radio than me, and I'm sure they're both better singers than me, and all of the things. I just, have enough inferiority complex in my life. I don't need it with my pets.
But you'd be technically their agent, so you'd make all the money. Because what's the pet gonna do? Not like a kid that would ask you for like their share.
I get the inherent financial benefits of just like biting my tongue and dealing with this, but pride is a higher priority in this house than finances.
Fair enough.
I imagine it would be a lot like having a child actor.
It's worse because they're not even the same species.
You might one day rub your nose in it.
Hey.
Does anybody know what a day rate for a trained famous animal is? Like,
I don't know numbers, but I hear they're pricey.
yeah.
Does like it matter with size? Like if it was a cat versus like a tiger? Bigger tigers would be 10 times more.
The catering bills more to keep them fed throughout the day, I suspect. But I was also shocked, thanks to Tiger King, to find out that tigers are a lot cheaper than I thought.
Right?
A decent purebred dog costs you more than a tiger. Anyway, what do we think? Did Jeremy not get his dog an agent because he's worried that he'll get more work?
I think Jeremy's telling the truth. I mean, the competition is high out there, and my God, I don't know how you'd go home looking at your dog while he's sitting in the car with a win.
Out-earning you. Yeah, stuff. Tara, what do you think?
I get it. I just don't know that you're that conceited that you would say like, God damn it, I'm not getting my dog a hand or whatever. But sure, yeah, okay.
Earl, what do you think?
You guys are forgetting that he's a professional actor, which means he's basically a professional con man. So he could be totally
Lying.
messing with us right now, and we would have no idea he's that good. So I'm gonna say he's acting right now. No. He'd be happy to have his animals in him. They got asked.
Jeremy, did you refuse to get your dog an agent because you're concerned it'll get more work than you?
I avoided it like the plague because I'm confident he would have gotten more work than me.
There you go. Personally, I think it would be disgusting to just take advantage of an animal's cuteness and try to further your own show business career without like using your own talent and ability. That's the best video that could have been played.
He's such a talented, look at that guy.
Yeah, he's flexible. He's not shy.
Yeah.
He could have joined the raccoon circus.
Hey, exactly.
Yeah, taking advantage of the internet's love in animals to further your own career is a horrendous behavior. So it turns out that was true. That's a good one, Jeremy.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a monster, guys. I'm a total Monster.
Dramatic Dog Dad turned out to be true. That means Jeremy and Alex are tied with a narrow lead early in the series. Next up, Earl's telling the story, but this time we're replacing the animals with a wild Irishman. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me.
A woman once claimed I was her boyfriend to stop a celebrity from hitting on her. It ended in a weird phone call.
Who was the celebrity?
Yeah, I want names. I want details.
Well, he's an Irish actor.
Liam Neeson.
Colin Farrell.
If Liam Neeson's hitting on somebody, you don't pretend you're the boyfriend because you'll just get killed.
And Colin Farrell, early in his career.
It was Colin Farrell early in the really?
Mm-hmm.
It's tracking so far.
Where were you hanging out with Colin Farrell?
I was band member number 3 in a movie that starred Colin Farrell. So,
What was the movie?
The Recruit. He was like a CIA operative. Al Pacino was their handler. He sends them on a mission in this bar, and we were the stupid band in the bar. The thing with the woman took place in Toronto at the Sky Dome during a Blue Jays game.
The thing with the woman.
I'm confused for all kinds of reasons
Yeah.
right now. Was the woman in the movie?
No,
And you weren't present?
I wasn't present, and this woman is a good friend of mine.
Well, when did she meet Colin Farrell?
After we did the movie, so a woman once claimed I was her boyfriend to stop a celebrity, Colin Farrell, from hitting on her, but it ended in a weird phone call.
If you have to read your question, I don't think it's a real question.
What's the deal with the phone call?
I was in Vancouver, and I had a late party night, which was a whole other story. I was not wanting to be up early in the morning, so this phone call came early in the morning, and the name said Helga on it, which is my friend in Toronto, and I'm like, weird, if she's calling me in the morning, there must be a reason. So I answered it, and all I could hear was a male voice singing really high my band's song, and then with a thick Irish accent started talking to me, saying, "Hey, that he's with my girlfriend Helga." I was like, "She's not my girlfriend," and that ruined everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Weird.
When he called, you said he was singing really high. Do you mean like la la la, or like yeah
What?
man, really high singing?
Yeah,
man.
man.
No,
I just
no.
took a lot of cocaine up my nose.
Or-
Sugar
no,
Plum
no.
Fairy, I see you.
No, it was the song Change. Jeff knows that song, and high falsetto singing.
Yeah. Be yourself now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, we could do the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly how he sounded, you guys.
Change.
Some things in the timeline that concern me.
Okay.
The phone call to you in
Yes.
Pacific time comes early in the morning. How early in the morning are we talking? Are we like, is this like hangover early in the morning, so actually like 2 p.m. or like early in the morning?
Forenoon.
Okay, so even if the phone call comes at 11 o'clock, we're talking about a 2 p.m. baseball game, but not even a 2 p.m. hitting upon at the baseball
Means
game.
getting drunker earlier.
Does
Do a mic drop or a pen drop.
Yeah. This isn't an audition for a courtroom drama like thing, Jerry.
when does the time of day stop an Irishman from drinking and partying?
That's true.
But the time of day does often prevent a blue jay from baseballing.
Not in the
Yes.
afternoon. They do double headers and stuff. They play
Do
all
they?
day sometimes.
God.
Yeah.
See, this is what I get. This is what I get for being like, no, I know what happens in sports.
I'm a sporting type fellow.
I can only imagine Helga sitting there while he grabs her phone, calls you, and she's just fucking, Earl, if you can read my mind from here, please understand. Read the situation. You're just like, I don't know. We're not dating. Nah.
You have a code now. Anytime you get called and saying, I'm with your girlfriend, you're like, yes.
Yeah.
Which one?
Well, what do you think, Tara? A woman allegedly once claimed that Earl was her boyfriend to stop a celebrity from hitting on her, and it ended in a weird phone call. Are you buying the story?
That was a bit of a roller coaster, but sure. I mean, I can understand Colin Farrell doing any and all of those things.
Alex, how about you? True story?
Probably. Earl seems pretty cool and hip, and he probably hangs out or has fake girlfriends that hang out with Colin Farrell. I mean, that sounds real.
I like that you're like the orphan in some like David Copperfield-y sort of thing, and Jeremy's full courtroom drama.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I cannot let this fallacy go by unchecked. There are too many inconsistencies in the timeline, in the time zones, although the comic timing was phenomenal. I see too many plot holes. I don't buy this, but you sewed it together real good, because by the end of it, I was like, okay, maybe, but I'm sticking to it. This did not happen.
All right. What's the truth, Earl?
It happened exactly like that.
Oh.
It 100% happened.
Poor friend.
So, Jeremy, you're going to be disbarred for your gross negligence.
He's just playing a role.
Just like,
You know, could we redo this entire conversation and we're going to recast? Instead of using Jeremy, we would like to pull out one of his dogs to play his part.
You know, that's
Oh, do that to him.
knew this was going to happen. I knew it.
Alex, too soon.
Turns out Colin really did go feral. Alex and Tara get a point for guessing right, and Earl gets a point for tricking Jeremy. In the end, Alex pulls ahead with a 1-point lead over the rest. In our next episode, we'll find out if Tara tried to help a team cheat in an adventure race. If you want to get ahead, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me.
I tried to help a team cheat in an adventure race.
Tell me about this adventure race.
Eco challenge. So it's like that big, it's a big one. It's a big one.
A big what exactly?
No, it's just big. It's like international. And they have to do like extreme challenges, you know, hiking up mountains and swimming across oceans. And
Did you say team or teen? Like
team.
Oh.
Team. As in there's like 4 people per team.
What did you do to make them cheat?
It was in Fiji. It was the Eco Challenge Fiji. And we found out that the Canadian team was there when we were there. They had to go across rocks or across the water to get to a certain point. But there was a trail that they could take. And we were trying to like, we're going to let the Canadians in on the loop.
So you didn't like have performance-enhancing drug?
Yeah, I thought this was you gave them cocaine and they went across the
No,
rocks.
no,
No
no.
problem.
Here's some marching powder. Go, go, go. Keep it up all night. You can march through the night now.
Oh my God. It was nothing like that. It was literally like, walk on the trail, it's easier, instead of clambering over rocks and things like that.
Why did you want to help them?
They
Why?
were the Canadian team.
Jingo.
Only
Billy,
Canadian
Billy.
team.
Nationalism. This
Yes.
was patriotism.
When Skechers first became really popular, they actually sponsored one of the teams, and the team wore the Skechers, and they were the first team to drop out because their feet fell apart.
Because the shoes are the worst.
There goes our Skechers endorsement right there.
Sorry.
What the heck?
I love Skechers. I'll gladly wear you.
The Skechers has come a long way since then.
Who are you with?
A gentleman ex. It's my ex-husband.
Oh, I thought he was like an international spy, Gentleman X, like a secret agent or something.
Yeah, we were in Fiji, just bumming around.
Sounds legit.
Earl, what do you think about this story, or do you have other questions?
She helped them because they're Team Canada. She just happened to be bumming around. I'm gonna say, yeah, no. I kind of believe
No.
this one.
That's a very Canadian answer.
Yeah,
no.
no, Abe.
Yeah, no, for sure, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
It definitely happened, eh?
So is that a yeah or is it a no?
Jeremy's been living in the States long enough, he doesn't understand the yeah, no.
I don't remember that anymore.
Sure.
I believe you.
You
This
believe
time.
me.
This time.
This time. Jeremy, what do you think? Did Tara help a team cheat in an adventure race?
No, yeah.
There you go, buddy. You're back in the swing of Canadian things.
Yes, I do believe this. I do believe this.
All right, Tara, what's the truth? Did you help a team cheat in an adventure race?
Did you ask Alex? Did she say?
Yeah, you're telling the truth, you little cheater.
I am telling the truth. Yeah, no, we absolutely did.
Why is it that you haven't taken your current husband to Fiji?
That's a great question.
For
COVID.
the love of God. Yeah, thank you. That's why. Actually, another funny fact of that trip, when we were going through the gate, like getting on the plane, I got hauled to the side and had to take my shoes off. And then the woman with her gloved hands searched through my braids to make sure I didn't have like whatever hidden up in my hair.
We all know that we don't search or touch or even sniff Tara's hair.
A black woman's hair, yeah, no.
I guess it was in braids, and she was very delicate about it.
For a scalp massage in an airport, you'd probably pay like $80 generally. All you got to do is look like you might have weave. You know.
Did like 3 joints fall out? Just like raining.
I'm sure I could just like, I used to do that in school. I'd just like stick my pens in my hair just to kind of hold on to the spare.
Drug smuggling advice from Tara Lightnin.
Right? Don't put it in your shoes, kids. Put it in your hair.
Yeah.
Don't risk your Skechers.
Tara's story of cheating in an adventure race turned out to be not that sketchy at all. And since all the panelists believe her, they each get a point. Alex keeps her 1-point lead. But in our next episode, we might find out about a deep, dark childhood secret. Till then, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single episode of Trust Me.
As a child, I murdered my imaginary friend.
Oh!
You know what? I don't need to ask any questions. This is true. I can already tell this happened. I don't know you, but this happened.
And I imagine it was a thoroughly thought out plan with letters and probably even a map or
Ransom
something.
notes.
There was a suicide note.
Was it premeditated?
Oh yeah, it was premeditated, yeah. I made it look like a suicide. So
What was your motive?
you know when not Right Said Fred, Drop Dead Fred came out? Like I tried on different imaginary friends. I tried like the fat man in a tutu and some fairy wings. I thought that'd be a really good imaginary friend. I tried remember the little monster from Little Monsters? Like Maurice from Little Monsters? Like he was like my imaginary friend for a while too. So anyways, my imaginary friend wasn't very nice. So he kept getting me into trouble.
So you moited
This
him.
was malice. Like this was.
It sounds like it was a self-defense thing almost.
Yeah, it was self-defense.
Now who's getting disbarred?
My mom was already annoyed with the amount of lengths I would go to with my imaginary friends. So she was like, okay, new rule. You're not allowed to have any more imaginary friends unless what? They die? And that's kind of where it went from there. So
How many imaginary friends did you have?
I think I've tried on 6. I don't know.
You murdered one only?
I think this is a legitimate question, Alexandria. Did you murder all of your friends?
No. But when I killed the 5th one, and
Which friend was this?
Frankie, he was almost like turtle, like a turtle head, like bald and kind of stuck out like this. But anyways, he was in trouble. He would always do bad things.
What sort of bad things did he do?
He would borrow my brother's clothes because it was the 90s and grudges and oversized clothes are really cool. And he would borrow them. He would throw Lego. Oh, shoot. He once accidentally broke a vase, but I blamed it on my dog Bailey at the time. And my mom said no. And then I'm like, okay, it's Freddy. That was Frank. I don't know. It's kind of
Fred or Frank? He's an imaginary guy.
Well, because I remember the new friend I wanted. Because it was because again, watching, I had to kill him to get a new friend. And
How did you kill him? What did you do to him?
poison.
Poison. that's nasty.
As a kid, you don't actually know what death means, but like you know that like when you see signs that say poison. So I gave it to him. I don't know what he did with it. I just gave him something that said poison on it.
What was the reaction to the finding of the suicide note?
Oh, that was...
That didn't get written to not be read.
No, that's pretty typical of me. I also was an alien as a child. I told my parents that I wasn't their child and I was coming. My real parents would come back for me one day, and I was just here to be tested and like to examine everybody. So no, they were totally used to me being a weirdo.
Well, what do we think? Tara, did Alex murder her imaginary friend as a child?
100%. 100% she did. 100%. Yeah. Yes.
Have you ever like eaten like gone trick-or-treating and had candy and like play Legos and then like you eat a chewy candy and you don't like it and then it ends up somehow in your Legos? Well, I didn't do that.
That was Fred Frankie.
And for that, he had to die.
I just remember him looking like a turtle. There was a movie that came out, like, whoever plays Garth was in this movie. Who's that guy? Who plays Garth?
Dana Carvey?
Yeah, Dana Carvey played this, like, where he was like a turtle guy. And I'm like, oh my God, that's exactly like him. That's exactly
Master
like
of Disguise.
him. Yes,
Terrible, terrible movie. Your guy was too turtle for the Turtle Club. Get that when you see the movie.
I like how we just keep referring people to whatever's on the other channel. There's this great show about dog actors on Netflix. Just go watch that.
Watch it.
Turn over. Jeremy, what do you think? Did Alex murder her imaginary friend as a child?
I answered this within the first 5 seconds of the segment beginning. I stand by my answer, and it is correct.
How about you, Earl?
How old were you?
28.
This last week.
This last year.
But let's just put it this way. I played make-believe far too longer than I should have. I remember being like 12 and playing with my Ninja Turtles, and I remember my friends telling me about kissing boys and stuff. And I looked at Monique and I said, unique Monique. She'd shave her head and I'd be like, I think it's time that we're done playing with toys.
Oh.
So I don't know, but I did it too long.
No, you didn't. You can play with those still.
Yeah.
You do you.
Thanks, guys.
Because if she was really gonna say really young when this happened, then writing a suicide note, I don't buy it. As a preteen playing with Ninja Turtles, yeah. I can see you marking your imaginary friend.
I really liked April.
Like April O'Neil?
Yeah, April O'Neil.
I was like, I thought you the month of April. You're like, oh, geez, I really want to have April to myself so I can really take full advantage of it. So in March, Frankie's dying.
Did you have the yellow jumpsuit?
Oh, no, I didn't.
And the camera.
And I also didn't have an imaginary friend, ever.
I think that's crazy.
I know, me too. Actually, when I was reading this, I'm like, this sounds like me for sure. This is great.
Yes.
I couldn't even write it.
Oh my.
Wow.
Give it up for the producers on that one.
Yeah,
man.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Good job, Jeff.
Wow. I'm
I'm
shocked.
very upset about this.
Jeremy, you and I both, man. I know this chick, and I was like, oh, I'm sure that happened. Oh my God, she totally killed her. There was probably many of them. She probably had a whole cemetery beside her house that she had them all
I
marked.
had an imaginary cult. They all drank the Kool-Aid.
Well, despite everything we know about her, Alex's story of the imaginary murder friends turned out to be false. And since the rest of the panel drank the Kool-Aid, she gets 3 points. There are still a few more rounds for them to catch up, though. And in our next segment, we'll find out if Jeremy has a foul-mouthed secret. Until then, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me.
When I go to the dentist, I don't brush my teeth first because I think it's cheating.
They're going to do it anyways.
They're going to do it anyways.
Even if you do it, they're always like, you missed this, and you haven't
I
been
wouldn't know
flossing
because
enough.
I've literally never done it ahead of time. You're paying for a particular service. It's like washing the dishes before you put them in the dishwasher. I don't do it, I don't get it, and I will not come around to it.
I mean, I clean my house before my cleaning lady comes.
I couldn't do that.
That's a no-no.
Oh, I would absolutely. This place is a sty.
How do your visits go at the dentist? What do they say?
They do all the poking and the cleaning and the buzzing, and yet there is typically a little bit of scolding that is included with that. I did actually. I went to a dentist in Vancouver, and the hygienist was ruthless. Absolutely ruthless in the scolding. You know, they set the little thing and they're going in there. We'd be like, look at this. You need to do a better job. You need to do better the next time, especially before you come in here.
Like parents. Bad Jeremy. Fix your teeth.
100%. Yeah.
Did you feel shame after? Be like, oh, maybe I should have brushed my teeth first. Maybe.
No, I didn't.
Did you at least give like a little rinse, a little mouthwash before you went in?
What about a mint?
I mean, maybe.
I would be mortified.
My mom would make me do it.
Oh my god.
She would smell me too.
Oh.
She'd be like, where were you?
I don't think I had that kind of self-awareness as a disgusting little child. And then as an adult, maybe it's just become habit. I'm not too concerned about it. Has anyone ever had a dentist comment on their breath?
I don't think they would. I think they would just be polite, but I'm sure that they smell all kinds of horrendous stuff, so I don't think they would say anything.
Exactly. Then I'm not hurt by this if they're judging me.
Oh my god.
I can just see doing it out of vindication because you're like, this person's gonna hurt my face and take a bunch of my money. They can at least deal with my gross mouth.
You're gonna smell my stank breath before you.
Yeah, eat some garlic before you go.
I'm not mean about it. That's what I'm paying for. Strongly feel that
I'm
way.
not gonna brush my teeth for 2 minutes because I'm paying someone $1,000.
Yeah, right. To brush them for me.
Yes, that sounds logical.
I guess. Why not? Why not?
Let's see your teeth.
These are all fake, by the way. These are all fake.
Have you brushed today?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's not going to the dentist.
How is your hygiene on a regular basis?
Medium at best.
All right, what do we think, Tara? Jeremy, when he goes to the dentist, he doesn't brush his teeth first because he thinks it's cheating. True or false?
It seems highly irregular. It hurts my heart a little bit, but I'm gonna say true.
Earl, what do you think?
Yeah, I buy it.
You
I buy it.
And Alex, what's your position on this?
No, he's an actor. He cares about his looks. He must have had a parent that was willing to put him into acting at a younger age, which means that they were more interested in like keeping him fed healthily and, you know, general cleanup.
We all grew up in Medicine Hat. There's
No parents care about their children there.
No, I'm not saying
You're not
that.
describing my family.
I'm just saying there's not, Medicine Hat isn't the big like, we're putting this kid into show business.
Well, I think he brushes his teeth before the dentist.
When you go to the dentist, do you refuse to brush your teeth because you think it's cheating, Jeremy?
No, oh my God, I'm not disgusting. I 100% brush my teeth before I go.
God damn you, actor people.
Damn!
I just want to say thank you. I'm glad that you do that because that, it genuinely kind of creeped me out.
Oh, could you imagine?
Good call, Alex. You were right.
Alex knows what's up. You know who scares me on this? It's Earl, because he's quiet. He's listening. He's listening to everything. You're going around and it's like, Earl, and I was like, oh my God, he's been like sucking up all this bullshit the entire time. He knows what's up, and you got it wrong, Earl.
No, man. That's good acting.
And the toothbrush award goes to...
Great acting.
The golden toothbrush.
Well, in addition to the Golden Toothbrush Award, Jeremy finds himself in the possession of 2 fresh points because he tricked Tara and Earl. But Alex didn't buy it, so she gets a point herself, solidifying her lead. She may be running away with the series, but in the next segment, we'll find out if Earl has a running shoe addiction. Till then, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me.
I spent over $10,000 on shoes last year.
We see your current shoes.
What are you wearing?
I'm not wearing any shoes right now.
Oh, that's not a guy who spends $10,000 on shoes.
You're going to be on the biggest zero-budget web comedy Zoom show that you've been on today, and you're not going to wear nice shoes if you're a shoe guy?
Do you own Skechers?
Do you display these shoes?
I display them.
Do you?
Like in a closet? Or
Do you have like a shoe wall?
I have a room of shoes, yes.
A room of shoes.
What's your most valuable pair?
I got them last year, and they're original Jordans.
Like original, like
Original.
1980, whatever.
86.
it's like number one Jordans.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What did they cost you?
That's embarrassing information.
$1,200.
$1,200 for a pair of shoes.
That's pretty good. I don't know. I'd pay it. I pay less for. I've paid more for worse. I've done less for more.
Less for more.
How many shoes do you own altogether?
I don't want to tell you.
Well, you have
Problem, Alex.
Talking about your addiction will help you work through it.
It's better than drugs, though, man. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not addicted to drugs.
Unless you're doing them off the soles.
If there was any, like, what is your white whale of shoe? If there is any shoe on the face of the planet that you could buy, what is that shoe?
It was a combo. John Varvatos teamed up with Banksy and did a shoe with Banksy artwork on the shoe, and those go for like almost $3,000.
Those were names that I've heard of, that one of which has something to do with shoes.
So must be true. No, I don't think it's true.
No, Alex, you're not buying. Earl did not spend $10,000 on shoes last year.
Yeah, his story doesn't have much traction. And I don't know. You know, if I'm wrong, call me a heel. But I think we should lace this up and...
Jeremy, what do you think? Did Earl spend $10,000 on shoes last year?
Very tricky one, Earl. And I've got my eye on you. You're quiet. And there's a lot of detail left out of this. And I'm trying to decide if the detail is left out because you were trying to create a story here, or if you are genuinely a little embarrassed about this. I think this is factual. I think this is true. I think this is true.
So articulate, Jeremy. You're so articulate.
Tara, how do you feel about this whole thing? Did Earl spend $10,000 on shoes last year?
But I feel like I would have had more shoe conversations with Earl, or
Maybe you just don't have good enough shoes to even qualify on his shoe dar.
You don't notice my shoes?
dropping that kind of cash on shoes. I feel like you'd talk about them more.
I don't want people to judge. I should not be spending that much money.
I want to see your socks. Like right now, I want to see them.
See my socks? There's not much to them.
They're just black socks.
Just black socks.
But they're wool.
Okay, I'll say it's true. He might just be obsessed with them anyways and doesn't own any of them. I don't know, but I'm gonna say, yeah.
All right, Earl, what's the truth? Did you spend over $10,000 in shoes last year?
Well, first of all, I didn't even make this question up, so I had to think fast on my goddamn feet. Of course I didn't, you guys. Jeremy.
Last year was a good year. I thought maybe you did pretty well. Traveling around, there was lots of shit going on. I thought maybe you made some extra cash and bought some extra shoes.
That's like a third of my
The
income.
numbers, the numbering of the shoes is what got me. I was like,
Right?
he's mentioning shoes with numbers. Yeah, this dude's got a lot
Guy
of
knows stuff.
To be fair,
Yeah.
all you have to do is watch a documentary about the Jordan shoes, and then you get the whole breakdown as to like each of them and the guy that makes them. Throw in a Banksy.
Yeah, I had
once
to
in a
think of
while.
that. I had to think fast on that one.
Does that shoe actually exist?
I have no idea.
Banksy?
I really hope we don't get a score for this. They're not. This
Oh,
isn't
yeah,
like a
there's a
scored
score.
thing, is there?
Yeah, there will be a winner.
And that winner almost certainly won't be you, Jeremy. Since Shoe Much Money turned out to be false, Earl gets 2 points for tricking Jeremy and Tara. But Alex saw shoe his lies. See what I did there? So she gets a point and has a commanding lead going into our final round, where we'll find out why you might not want to have Tara as a house guest. Till then, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss another segment of Trust Me.
I've been known to hide funny items in other people's houses.
What are your top 3 items that you've hidden in other people's houses?
Ooh, let's see. A frozen chicken. It was kind of gross because I hid it under the pillow of a friend. There's a gentleman in town that builds artwork out of like garbage that washes up on shore. And there was like a little sort of statue totem thing that he had made that I hid in a friend's house.
How good of a friend do they have to be for you to hide something in their house?
I mean, a good enough friend that I'm like in their house and have, you know, don't feel weird sort of like
Sneaking totem poles in.
Are you wondering if there's stuff hidden in your house, Alex? Is that
Yeah, like what have you hidden in my house? What's the weirdest thing you've hidden?
Maybe like a balloon animal made out of like condoms. I didn't make the balloon animal, but somebody else did. They were more talented at it, but yeah. Sometimes it just depends on where, you know, it can be a simple thing, but where it's hidden, it sort of depends.
It's a crime of convenience, right? Like you can only get away with so much.
Has this been going on for a while, like since you were little?
I would say I was an adult when it started. So probably not until my 30s. But it's been, a number of years.
Guys, what do you think Earl's thinking about right now?
I was just gonna say, quiet Earl. Do you have an opinion on this? He's like in sepia tones too. So
Yeah.
like-
I'm trying to Sherlock Holmes her and just look at her like mannerisms and why her eyes are twitching.
He's thinking of all the shit he's hidden in our house over the years. He's like, wonder if they ever found that hooker's corpse.
Do you like tell people or like do you own up to it?
And like if it's found and they question me personally about it, but no, you don't say anything. That's the whole point.
What do you get out of it?
Were you like a kleptomaniac as a kid? Did you shoplift and this is just like an innocent way of kind of getting that thrill again?
Giving back. Any shoplifting that I did as a child was like very minor. Very, very minor.
What's your top 5 things you've hidden?
Well, we got
Jeremy
three.
did that.
Actually, I think she only got 2. I think she only got through 2 until we got distracted.
It's true.
Let's hear some more.
One of them was like a penis. It was like a little cartoon penis magnet that a friend had brought me back from Amsterdam that ended up being hidden in somebody's house. I can't remember where that one went.
Well, Earl, what do you think? Is Tara known to hide funny items in other people's houses?
I'd like to think that she would do that, but I don't buy it. I'm not believing you right now.
Alex, what do you think? Is Tara known for hiding funny items in other people's houses?
Well, Tara has never hid anything on me that I know of. That I think
Maybe
that
she's really, really good.
but she's not. Well, here's the thing. So I, like, when I was living in Whistler, and it was kind of like living in college, because, like, you would, like, go from, like, dorm room to dorm room. I remember cameras, like, old school cameras would be, like, out on, like, tables. And I would go around and take photos of me doing silly things in people's houses and then just leave it. But I couldn't wait to, like, be like, when did you get your photos done? Like, have you got your photos done yet? Because, like, I, like a serial killer, would be really excited to find, like, you know, you're taking something or hiding something. It's kind of like you're looking and you're needing that need to get caught almost. So no, I don't think you did. Don't think you did. I don't think you're a serial killer.
Jeremy, what do you think? Does Tara hide funny items in other people's homes?
No, I agree. Serial killer mentality. I need a trophy of that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, there's always a trophy. Sometimes you just gotta wait for it.
You're not patient.
Wait for the chicken to grot.
She's unraveling right now.
All right, Tara, what's the truth? Are you known to hide funny items in other people's houses?
No. But I'm gonna start to. I'm gonna start to.
It wasn't going to change anything on the scoreboard anyway, but Tara was unable to convince any of the panelists that she is the secret stuff stasher. So with all 3 of the other panelists getting a point, Alex is once again our champion. Thanks for tuning in for Series 2. We don't have a bonus round because we did that lousy Christmas special, but you can bet Series 3 isn't that far away. A big thanks to our panelists, sponsors, and our viewers. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me.